are making our own story as we go.
Hi, this is Kathy Peach Lucas with Your Dream Day and Your Dream Day podcast. Today we are going behind the scenes of a wedding show that is happening here at Belterra Casino and Resort in Indiana from the LWN Louisville Wedding Group putting on a show here in Indiana.
Yes.
Did I get all that right?
You did. You did. Yes.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit more about the show. What can people expect?
So the Kentucky Wedding Show is going to be here at Belterra this time because Belterra has been gracious enough to help us plan an amazing fashion show. So not only will you be able to come in and see 50 other wedding professionals, meet DJs, caterers, bartending services, officiants, other venues, you will also be able to see a behind-the-scenes fashion show of some of the upcoming fashions that are coming for 2025 and 2026.
Oh, that's amazing. So who's providing the attire for the fashion show?
David's Bridal Shop is providing it, and San Mars, is it
Lloyd.
Lloyd's Florist will be one of them, and Sophia's
Yes.
Bridal.
Wow. I got to tell y'all, I love your accents. They're so cute. I grew up in upstate New York, and I'll tell you, it took me years to get rid of that accent because everybody, they almost talk through their nose a little bit. And if I get near a relative for a couple of days, it comes right back. But
Talk between our nose.
I don't think so.
No,
I don't think we have an accent.
no.
No, not at all.
Wait, do you think they have an accent?
A little, but it reminds me of my family who's from Western Kentucky, so I love it.
So, Nicole, tell us a little bit more about Belterra, because Belterra, some people just think of as a casino, but you actually have a lot more going on here. You've got a golf course and rooms and banquet entertaining areas.
We
Tell us more.
we have over 50,000 square feet of event space. We do concerts, golf outings. I book tons of bachelor parties who love to golf. And we're really excited to host the Louisville Wedding Network show, and really excited to be giving away 2 trips at the show. During the fashion show, we will draw for a trip to Vegas and a bachelor or bachelorette party here at Belterra. So we're super excited about that.
Can I just wear my engagement ring that day? Am I allowed to enter too?
Yes, of course. We will be looking for you there.
We won't tell my husband. We'll have to keep it a secret.
Yeah.
Perfect. So what type of wedding vendors do you have lined up for the show? What categories can people expect?
Well, I'm an officiant, so we have that number one. We have caterers, we have florists, we have DJs,
Photo booths.
Oh, yes. Photo booths.
Yes.
wedding planners, venues.
Anything you can think of that you need for your day, we will have someone here that provides that service.
Oh, fantastic. How much are tickets?
So our engaged couples are free. All guests are $15 a piece. We do have a VIP experience that if you want to upgrade your experience, you can upgrade that. And that will include a champagne toast and preferred seating for our fashion show. So you will get to sit up front right next to the stage to watch all of the models come out and show off their attire.
That is so much fun.
Yes.
I think for most brides to be, the fashion show is probably their favorite part of the wedding show, because more and more wedding shows are getting away from doing the fashion show. So when you have a fashion show like you all will have at your event, it's just such a treat to see it and to see what some of the trends are. What are some of the trends that you're seeing as far as wedding dresses go?
So obviously, I'm not a specialist in wedding dresses. I am a specialist in venues. I manage 4 venues in the Louisville and New Albany and surrounding areas. I think this time you kind of see a little bit of everything. I don't think there's like just one thing that you're like, oh, that is the look for the year. All of our brides pick such different attire and color choices and styles that I think you can do anything you want.
And also, not only the brides, but the grooms really, it's very snazzy what they're picking. I mean, they're getting into wild colors and not just ties, but bow ties. And matter of fact, I did a wedding the other day and the guy had a wooden bow tie, and I kept looking at it. And when it was over, I said, "Is that a wooden tie?" And he said, "A bow tie." And he said, "Yes, it is." So it just kind of fluctuates on whatever they want: short, long, colored. I mean, white, black. I mean, all colors.
I think you hit the nose on the head is that people are personalizing their weddings more and more. And it's those little fine minutiae details like I'm wearing a wooden bow tie, or I'm having a dress with this type of sleeve, or I'm having gloves, or whatever it is. It really strikes their personality and that feel and that vibe they want on the wedding day. I mean, because I like when I'm planning weddings, and I, as a planner, because I also do content creation, but when I have my planning brides, I tell them that wedding dress is a person on the wedding day, because you have to use the lavatory a little bit different because you got to accommodate it. You have to account for another seat inside of the limousine because you have to accommodate the dress. And sometimes you need somebody to pick it up and walk behind you with it. I mean, it really is a person, but it also brings out the best in that bride.
Brings out who she is.
It's who she is, and just it makes her shine and sparkle so much.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you. When being an officiant, of course, I see all sorts of colors and styles, and when I get done with the wedding, I can usually say, "Oh my gosh, I mean, that really fit that couple. I mean, how they're dressed."
Absolutely. Well, and I'm so glad that you're an officiant, because I have some questions for you about how to get married in different states that maybe you can answer, because a lot of weddings I have are in Ohio. So if I'm an ordained minister in Ohio, how does it work in Kentucky?
Well, in Kentucky, the first thing that you need to do is get your marriage license. The couple would need to go together, picture ID, and the fee is $50. The license are good for up to 30 days. And then in Indiana, it's a little bit different. They're good for up to 60 days, and it's $45. Same thing. But now in Kentucky, you'll need your marriage license, 2 witnesses. In Indiana, no witnesses. You just need the marriage license. So an officiant like me, people ask why. I'm available 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Whether I do a large venue, small venue, whether they come to my office or whether I would go to them. Some people pick a small restaurant, park, their home. So it's very simple on getting the license. Always people say, "Wow, this was so simple to get the license. How about a divorce?" I said, "Well, we don't go there."
No divorces.
I mean, in theory, you could marry people at this wedding show if you really wanted to, and they came with a marriage license.
Absolutely. Yep, we sure could.
And we would do it.
Absolutely, we sure would.
So maybe we'll add a ticket.
Yes.
Yeah,
The-
your license.
Bring your license.
Marriage license, yes.
Wonderful. So tell us a little bit about the rooms at Belterra that this show will be taking place in.
Oh, so we will have the trade show part in our ballroom. So our ballroom is a little over 10,000 square feet. So we have plenty of space for all the vendors to set up their beautiful displays. And then at around 3:15, the DJ will have everyone transition to center stage, which is where our concerts take place. And we will have catwalk, I guess you call it.
Runway.
A runway built out of the stage for the brides and the bridesmaids. We will have some flower girls, so we have a variety. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it.
Now, question, sometimes couples bring their entourage, but sometimes they bring their family entourage with them, and maybe they're under the age of 18. Will they be allowed to go to this show?
Yeah, sorry. Yes, they will. Sorry, I got choked up for sitting outside.
She got choked up because they were having so much fun.
Yes, under 21 will be permitted.
Okay. That's actually a big deal, because there is another casino in Ohio that does weddings, and because the ballroom is in the pathway, the casino is in the pathway to the ballroom, kids aren't allowed. Right. So you have to have, it's only 21 and older. So that was the reason why I asked that question. That's actually a big selling point for your property.
Sure. Yeah.
So, what is your favorite thing on the menu?
Favorite menu item? Oh gosh. Well, I love making charcuterie boards, and our charcuterie board is like literally the size of a wooden table.
Wow.
So I'm excited, and we're actually going to have that at our show for everyone to enjoy. So that'll be fun.
You know, it's funny. I had a cake tasting a couple of weeks ago, and the bakery had a charcuterie dessert board, which I had never heard that term before. Because whenever you think charcuterie, you think cheese and grapes and crackers and things like that. They had every type of dessert you could think of. It had like macarons, and it had sugar cookies, and it had brownies, and it had cake. And this was the best part. Everything was like strategically placed in a pool of buttercream. Dorothy Lane Market, you're getting a shout out because I loved that charcuterie dessert board. So who knows? Maybe we'll start seeing that down here. Well, wonderful. How can people get tickets to the event?
So they can head over to the website, and you can simply Google search Kentucky Wedding Show at Belterra, and all of that information will pop up for you.
Oh, fantastic.
But you can go to LouisvilleWeddingNetwork.com for information on the shows.
Okay, great. And what are some tips that you would give to couples who plan to come to the show? What are some ways that they can conquer the wedding show and not leave overwhelmed?
So one of my biggest tips is don't go to lunch before you come.
Right.
Or wear stretchy pants.
Yes, wear stretchy pants. It is really nice when couples are going to boost, because when you're meeting all of these people at one time, it is very overwhelming. And a lot of times we ask for you to write down your name and email address so that we can personally reach out to you. And one of the things that I really like is when brides come in and they've already made like little mailing labels that have their name, address, email address, and phone number on them. All they have to do is stick that sticker on there. If not, make sure you bring someone to hold your bag and your drink and your food that you're snacking on so that you have free hands to fill out that information as you're walking through.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, like your dream day will be handing out these little pink canvas bags at the door during the event. You know, but I tell people wear pockets. Yes. Because if there's a wedding pro that you're talking to and you're like, I really like this person, I don't want to lose their information, put that one in your pocket, put everything else in the bag. Mm-hmm. And then that way when you get home and you dump out the bag, you can remember who is who. Or you can even jot down some little reference on the back of the card, like bubbly blonde with glasses who wouldn't stop talking. You know, they'll obviously remember it was me.
Are you talking about me?
Hey, are you talking about me? But then that way, at least people have a point of reference and they can say, oh, yes, that's who it was. I remember that person. Are there going to be any like giveaways at the booths that you're aware of? Or?
Absolutely.
Oh, yes.
We do lots of door prizes. So, of course, Belterra is offering maybe the best.
I think it's the best.
By giving away a trip to Vegas. I mean, that would be a really good thing to walk away with. But we have lots of door prizes at all of our events. And we do our door prizes a little bit differently. We don't draw all of them at one time. So we will be drawing throughout the day.
And also, a lot of the vendors have something that they want to give away at their table. And of course, the caterers are delicious also. But also, I was going to say something for couples to do when they come. Take their time, you know, and don't just take the brochure or the information from the vendor. If you've got a moment, just, you know, kind of get to know them. I know it's a lot of vendors that's going to be here, but just kind of get to know them, because once you get home, you'll say, oh, I wanted that caterer, but wonder if she does this, wonder if she does that, and take a time just to talk with us.
Can couples go on the website in advance to see which wedding professionals are going to be there?
So we don't have the list of the wedding professionals that are signed up for this show. We do have the list on our website of all of our members. Okay. Louisville Wedding Network has been around for a really long time, and we do a lot of investigating before you can become a member of Louisville Wedding Network. So they are all vendors that have been verified, and we know that they're going to take care of you day of. The best way to see what vendors are going to be at this show is to register and attend.
Makes perfect sense. And you bring up a good point, because you have a fabulous Facebook group.
Yes, we do. We do.
And with you vetting the couples vetting the vendors is actually a really, really good thing, because it's been happening more and more where you get people from out of state who are posting things for neon light Yep, the signs or something small, and then they'll ask the bride for something like $40, and then the next thing you know, that bride has no idea what happened to her order, but her money's certainly gone. And I think the fact that you take that extra step to vet the vendors that are in there is such a service to these engaged couples, because this is their first rodeo, whereas we've done, do we want to say how many rodeos we've done? A lot of rodeos.
A lot of rodeos.
And with our network, we meet monthly, and we have a luncheon, well, a dinner and we get to know these vendors. And we don't just go in, we stick around, talk to people, we know who to recommend, and that makes it nice.
It makes a big difference. And when you're dealing with something that is your first rodeo, you look to the professionals and be like, who do you recommend? Who would you put as a florist if you had to choose? Because you've worked with these people and you know these people. And that's the other thing at a wedding show. Like you said, get to know the vendor. You may go on their website and you may see their work and you may really like their pictures, but when you meet them in person, their personality might just give you like goosebumps or shivers or make you smile. You just don't know. But it's a great opportunity, because under normal circumstances, you would go on their website, book an appointment, drive to the appointment, spend an hour in the appointment, drive home from the appointment, and then when you get home, realize I did not like that person, and there's 3 hours of your day gone. Whereas if they come to a wedding show like this, they in theory could book every vendor they need in under an hour.
And we will have vendors here as well that are not in the Louisville Wedding Network. So as you're walking through the room, we have signs on our booths that say proud member of Louisville Wedding Network. This show is we have an open vendor policy for this show, so that we can allow vendors that aren't in our network to still have the experience of attending a great wedding show and having a booth at a great wedding show.
And most of them that usually end up joining our group after they've done a show with us.
I can see why. So how do people get to Belterra for this wedding show?
The easiest way for most people from Louisville or Cincinnati is going to be to come on 71. So 71 north from Louisville, it's a very easy drive. Once you get off the exit, all of us use our phones to navigate, but it's maybe 10 minutes once you get off the exit. So it's a pretty easy drive.
It was very easy for me to get here. I came in from Cincinnati today, and it was just an hour, and it took 71 and got off the Indiana exit off of Kentucky 71. So wait, Ohio, Kentucky, Indiana. I got 3 states in one day.
Less than an hour, right?
Yeah.
There you go. Well, wonderful. Any last minute things you ladies would like to add about the show?
Go ahead.
Just come out and enjoy the day. Enough time to walk through and see everybody so that you're not rushed. And just have a good time. Don't stress about it.
Dress up.
Yes, dress fun.
Yes, I've seen brides wearing sashes and maids of honors wearing sashes, brides wearing tiaras. Sometimes there's a groom sitting room because they're like, all I want to do is eat cake and food and watch the game. But I don't know what game would be on this time of year.
Well, you could send your guys out to golf while you're at the wedding show.
Right.
Oh, yes. We are offering a golf discount that day. So check it out. It's on the Louisville Wedding Network website. So if you do want to golf, it'll give you instructions on how to do that.
I might want to be one of the golf cart drivers.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be good.
And I would say just make it a fun weekend, a getaway. Rent a room, spend the day, and just spend the night and just enjoy it. There's so much to take in.
That's a great idea. Well, wonderful. Ladies, thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you for tuning in. Be sure to check out this wedding show, and we will be back next week with another episode. This is Kathy Peach Lucas with your Dream Day. Happy planning.